what's cracking like it, everybody? Welcome to the Crease, Tommy C. And my crease today, none other than the returning Dead on Dave after his. I'm sure you're happy with your numbers and everything. Good 2 weeks.
Fairly content, I will say that. I'm glad it's over, man. WrestleMania should only be once a year. Fuck me.
Oh, you really got tied up. For all of those who didn't know why Dead on Dave hasn't been around, look, we have a very liberal policy on the channel, and I thought it was more important for Dave's channel, and I think Dave did too. That he get wrestling.
Just maybe a little.
Yeah, that he get wrestling. Jack Malay picked up the ball, he ran with it. The other guys came through, like Mecca and Jeff. But Dave's back in his regular hosting spot, and we got a lot of. I
want to say thank you to everybody for picking it up, man. That's what a team is all about, and you guys rock. Jeff Huffman, fucking Jack Malay. Macazar, everybody, you guys kicked ass. Thank you guys very much. But I'm back, bitches. So get back in line.
Yeah, he's back in his state. Exactly, get back in line. Thank you. That's very nice of you, Dave. I do appreciate that. And let's get into it. We're coming to the end. This is the playoff picture where things go from here. I'm gonna rock some things right on your head right now. Tell me what you think of them. What's realistic? Who's staying? Who's going? And for the folks out there, give me calls at the 15-minute mark. Hold them off right now, and then I'd be happy to take your calls and your opinions and things of that nature. First on the goddamn list. All right, cut the music. All right, here we go. Cut the music. Let's get serious. We're gonna talk some serious hockey here.
Let's get serious. We're gonna get serious about hockey
and screw up every name. I get so much shit for screwing up names. It's fucking comical.
You're better than me though.
No.
I'm the worst.
No.
Oh God.
Really? You?
Oh, with the names? Oh, these freaking weird French.
You're a better broadcaster than me as far as like speaking abilities.
Oh, these Swahili names, man, I can't deal with them.
All right. Well, here's what we got. The Islanders. First off, the Islanders. Look, they're pretty safe. They essentially clinch. It would take a near collapse to finish behind either Detroit or Boston. Given the teams only have like 2 or 3 games left. Islanders going to hold on, correct?
It looks like it. I mean, they got a 5-point lead on Boston. They got a 4-point lead on Philadelphia. I think they're going to be fine.
Are you a little disappointed in the Islanders like I am? Now, I'm speaking as neutral Tommy, not Ranger fan Tommy, that the Islanders weren't a little more dominant this year. They still have a very nice lineup. I've been expecting them to not just be big players in the Eastern Conference or big players in the Metropolitan, but to be dominating in division. Right up there with the Islanders. Do the Islanders with the Capitals? Do the Islanders have anything to be concerned about? Because they certainly have a great franchise player and other marquee players around them. Why aren't the Islanders dominating? Why are they always going out in the first round?
They do have a serious problem. While they're not bad in necessarily any particular thing on the ice, they're not elite at anything on the ice either, except killing the penalty. Mm-hmm. Their biggest problem right now, and their biggest concern, you might think I'm wrong here. Something's wrong with Jonathan Tavares, and I don't know what. He's got 64 points this year. He's not the guy that we've been seeing the last couple of seasons. I don't know if he's dropping off. I don't know if he's peaked. I don't know if he's just not as good as people thought he was. But 64 points out of John Tavares. I mean, 30-goal season is nice, but you need more out of John Tavares than 64 points.
Yeah, I'm going to pass this off to everybody has a down season. And it's not exactly a down season. It's sort of like, Sidney Crosby didn't have a killer season this year by any stretch.
He's been playing hell like crazy lately.
That whole team is spooky. They also passed the Rangers and clinched. I'll get into the
Rangers. He had 86 points last year, John Tavares. I mean, we're talking.
It's a big difference. John
has
to be
8 less goals this year and friggin' 14 less assists. I mean, that's significant. That's a drop off. Big drop off.
It is a significant drop off. It's nothing. I don't think, unless I'm not aware of some kind of injury situation. I don't think it's anything that he can't come back on. It would not shock me if he came back and scored 40 goals next year. He does have that kind of talent. He does have that kind of ability. And I'm sure he knows at some level that if the Islanders are going to go into the next stratosphere, the elite of the NHL, that he has to be maybe top 5 best players in the league, maybe even higher.
He's got to be that guy,
yeah. The Boston Bruins and Detroit Red Wings, they're fighting for a wild card spot in the East. Right now, Detroit is third in the Atlantic, but they're not exactly safe. No. They have 91 points. They're tied with Philadelphia. It is conceivable. Everything's do or die for the Bruins and the Red Wings and the Flyers.
Yeah.
Out of these three teams, I know Carolina's mathematically in it, but I'm not even considering them.
No, Carolina's officially eliminated.
Oh, they are. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
I thought they had a 40%
84
chance.
points.
84 points? Okay, forget. Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah. All right. I was looking at Boston's numbers, just the one down. Okay, I apologize. Yes, they're out of it. Boston, Detroit, and Philadelphia. Who survives? Because there can be only one. I got to be honest with you. I'm rooting for Philly because I like the guys.
I kind of am too.
Yeah, isn't that weird? It's one of the.
I don't like this team.
I hate this.
Like, historically, I don't like this team at all. But I find myself rooting for him. It is weird. It's bizarre. You know what I like out of the team? I like pluckiness. And this team does not fucking stop playing.
No.
They just don't. There's not been one quit in them all season. They've had a tough schedule lately, and they're just fighting with everybody. I believe they've beaten and stood toe-to-toe with the hottest team in hockey, the fucking Pittsburgh goddamn Penguins, if you can believe that shit. And they've shown them that they're going to play with them. So, I mean, I like Philadelphia to continue that over. I'd like to see them make the playoffs. But you got a lot of experience with Detroit and Boston, and it's hard to go against that experience.
Boston blew it last year, and Detroit is overdue to miss the playoffs. Here's the thing I like. Here's the thing. I would rather play, if I'm in the Eastern Conference, much rather play a Boston or Detroit than an unpredictable Philadelphia. And I think one of the things, we just talked about the Islanders before, one of the things is Drew's playing well. Obviously, if they're a different team when Drew's playing well, when they're firing on all sorts, and like, this is a very similar situation with Jonathan Tavares. Drew's hot right now; he's ready to go, and I think, especially in the position that they were in, they're going to be more dangerous because they're going to have absolutely nothing to lose.
That's true.
I got to be honest with you. Better caliber teams in Boston and Detroit on paper, but I don't want to play the team with the heart. I want to play the team that can be taken out of the game and they can say, we blew it. I don't want to play
Philly's
the team
not the best matchup in the world for Washington.
No.
And that's who they'd be playing.
No.
That's not a great matchup for Washington.
Washington, although I told everybody they recovered, they're not showing much signs of recovering going in. I still think they're going to turn it on, but it's like I said to Patrick Glenn, if you find yourself in a 7-game series with Philadelphia or any of the team, or Boston or Detroit, by that way, it's over in the first round. Doesn't matter if you go to the third or the fourth. You have to knock guys out quick. This game is too brutal. There's too many rounds. The season's too long for you to kind of maybe have trouble with the first round. And don't give me this crap. Well, so-and-so did it, and the Kings did it one year. Yeah. It doesn't happen
when you're
very
looking
often.
at the exception as your explanation, you got a fundamental problem in your logic.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Pure Pristine, it's because you're biased. I'm speaking of my Ranger fans. Well, of course, you're kind of right, Greg.
And eat us.
Yeah, I'm biased. God, that's the thing that gets me. I'm not goofing up here. I just I don't like that announcer. I don't like Jack, what's his face in Boston because he's biased. Who fucking cares?
Supposed to
know who's really biased? Those wrestling announcers.
Fucking ain't right. It's almost like what they're saying is scripted. It's crazy.
I don't know why anybody cares. I mean, I guess I don't really care unless they're insulting the players of the opposite team. Then I don't have a problem with it.
Which has happened.
I think it's like if they were to say, and they never do this. If they were to say, like, all right, you get if. I don't care if they criticize their behavior on the ice. I don't have a problem with that. If they're acting goofy, if they're acting a little Sissy Crosby-ish, don't have a problem with that. Don't even if it's on the opposite team, even if it's a team that you don't like. I don't think I've ever heard this. I think it's happened in baseball a few times.
Yes.
That guy's not that good, or using words that essentially mean that guy's not that good. Bullshit.
Well, I can understand it in baseball because it's a little bit of a different curve. I mean, you're going to be able to tell by watching it, especially with how many pitches you see and everything and all that if a guy can't hit the curveball, you can make a
statistical
pretty good reasoning. This guy can't be playing at this level, and they can leave it at that.
I suppose.
Hockey's a little different.
Yeah, it's a little different. I guess that guy's not that good or that guy's overrated is something I never want to hear. That's the kind of crap you should hear here. And a biased show. Hey, I'm biased as fuck. I think Pure's.
I think you do a pretty good job of being fairly balanced, though.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think so. Let's talk some more playoff picture. I'll just play the Washington Capitals tonight. Braden Holtby goes for the all-time record for wins in the regular season. What a Vezina season! If this guy doesn't win the Vezina,
he has to.
I mean,
he has to.
This
has been much debated if my man Barry Trotz should be allowing him to go after this at this point, especially with how the team has been playing. I think when your team's not playing exceptionally well, you have to let your players go after these accolades.
Especially the big
Sometimes
ones.
It could just be the boost they need for the playoffs.
I think that's a really good point. I really struggle. I never came up with an answer. I don't know what I would do if Barry Trotz. Sorry, Braden, you got to sit. Yeah. I mean, that's uncomfortable with that. But there's more of an excuse to let him in because they're I wouldn't say they're spinning out of control, but they're definitely not the dominating team that we saw most of the season at this point. I think that's fair to say.
To be fair, though, a lot of teams have really picked up their play later in the season. Washington kind of had a free run for 3/4 of this year, and then Florida woke up. Tampa Bay before the Stamkos injury woke up. Pittsburgh really fucking woke up. The Rangers even started playing better for a period there.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that has a lot to do with it, too. Maybe that talent gap or that play gap has, shortened. It's lessened, and that's kind of part of the reason why we're seeing a little bit less of a discrepancy.
And we're going into the playoffs where talent isn't everything, and actually, more than likely, the hungriest team will win. So a lot of this stuff doesn't matter. And I think if they can turn the hunger button on, which I'm predicting they will, I don't have a lot of confidence saying that, Dave. I got to be honest with you.
Historically, they're choking dogs.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think they will, because I saw the Rangers do this a little in 94. They went on to win the championship. They knocked the Islanders out in 4 games to start. That's one of the places I learned that. They took the Capitals out in 5 in the next. Yeah. And the New Jersey series. Let your last 2 series be tough. Yep. But
it's funny to kind of go full circle with this. Because of all those reasons, you want that accolade for Hopi going into the playoffs. You want to be able to say, look what this guy has done. He's the all-time leader in friggin' wins for season. Do you really want to play this guy? It's a mental thing, too. For not only Hopi, but for everybody else that's going to be playing him in the playoffs. I say you go for it. Go for it with gusto.
Woo! That's what he says. I don't know. It's like, Barry Trotz lose his job if probably not. But I mean, media will eat him alive. Media will eat him alive if he gets hurt.
If he gets hurt,
and I'm not talking the DC media because they don't even know they have a hockey team. I'm talking about the NHL media.
I don't know about eating him alive because how do you not go for this at this point? It's
be a hypocrite. Say it wasn't a good idea when he wins it, and say it wasn't a good idea if he got hurt.
Trotz could take that.
Yeah.
Trotz can take that.
Yeah,
I think he'll be fine with that.
Okay. Yeah, it is a little much, but I do wonder sometimes. Another thing is, I'm looking at everything through New York lenses sometimes. That's not going to get you fucking fired in D.C. Maybe in New York.
Maybe in New York.
Yeah,
but not
I do look at things through New York lens.
Because they simply don't care.
Your team. They could still catch the Blues if they win. If they win out.
We basically have to win out. And we got to hope
for the rest of it win out. Win out. I didn't know that expression. Win out.
We got to win out. We got to win all 3, and we need St. Louis to lose both of their remaining games. Right now, we are destined to play them in the first round, which honestly, I don't mind.
Really? Because of their background.
With Crawford coming back, I don't mind it.
They are playing a lot better.
A lot of the Hawks slide has been because this defensive woes and Crawford not being there, having to rely on Darling more than you would want to. There's been some offensive problem that's going to happen when you have new players coming in. I think they've gelled well. Lattis played very well. Kane is really starting to pick up his game again. That Hattie the other night was friggin' awesome. So offensively, I think they're clicking at the right time. It's going to be about getting Corey Crawford, who is also having a fantastic season.
Oh, he's
quietly.
Fantastic. I've said this before. I've been wanting to say this on the air. I think we got to put this overrated shit behind Corey Crawford. I think we started talking Hall of Fame with Corey Crawford. Here's a question. I bet you'll never see this coming.
Uh-oh.
Duncan Keith losing. Forget the suspension. He's 32. Not ancient. Not young. Are we seeing the beginning of the decline? I mean, technically, he probably should be peaking right now, but guys peak at all different ages. Yeah, Scott Gomez. Really. I often wonder if I've seen when Duncan Keith seems out act out. It's out of frustration over a lapse. Everybody makes lapses. Even the great Duncan Keith. Hall of Fame right away. But is maybe we're seeing it? A, Duncan's not in the lineup, and B, he hasn't been playing that well to begin with. Is that part of it?
I think it is. He's missed some games this year. I think that's part of it too. I think it's frustrating for him. To be fair, he played 80 games last year at 45 points. This year he's played 67 games. He's got 43 points. Not a big decline in numbers. In fact, he's going to probably now that he's suspended. No, he's not going to catch that number.
On D. Is he?
On D,
on D.
Obviously, that's where his.
Yeah.
But he is a two-way player, though. He does. 45 points out of a defenseman. You'll take it any day.
I'm just putting it out there just in case it happens so I can look really smart. Is this the beginning of the decline? I'm not saying it is. I'm not rooting for it. I'm just saying, is this the beginning?
Remember, he's not an overly huge guy either.
No, that's true.
At 32 years old, he's only 6'1". He's 200 pounds. He's not a brooding, big brute defenseman. So, yeah, he could just be simply starting to decline. I think that's a very good possibility. And now he's got to deal with the label of he's got no more second chances now. People know he's a scumbag. He's a whiny little bitch who will act out like a baby when provoked. He's gonna have to deal with that because he's gonna get chirped a little bit more. He's gonna get poked at a little bit more because people are gonna want to see him explode and fucking erupt his team again.
Okay, all right. I'm not rooting against Keith. I'm pretty forgiving when it comes to this stuff. I'm not.
I
know you're not as bad as me, and
I wasn't here to really
Yeah, you're really upset with
express my distaste, but
I did help though because Jack was giving him a pass a little bit. I kind of made your argument for you.
Tommy, I got to be honest, man. You're going to say I'm crazy? I don't give a shit. I would cut Duncan Keith at the end of this season.
Ah! Are you nuts?
I would cut him.
I thought you were going to say he should have been suspended for the playoffs, which is more arguable.
Disgraceful what he did. I'd cut him.
You don't like Dave don't like that shit.
I don't like that. I've watched that play so many times, and I watched his other plays. He is a scumbag on the ice.
Sometimes.
I don't like it. I'm sorry.
Here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to stick up for Dave. All right, I'm gonna tell you what I think he's coming from because I know everybody's head's exploding. I'm not trying to do. Dave's hurt, and watching other guys get hurt in a manner like that makes Dave crazy.
Yep.
So he's not. I'm not being critical, or overtly critical. I think it just makes you angry, and you're not rational when you're that angry.
What I hate is when, look, you can deal with so many things in certain ways, but when you can't deal with your own insecurities in a way that you are going out and causing physical damage to another player and being outwardly fucking deceptive in nature in doing it, there's something fundamentally wrong with you, and you probably shouldn't be on the ice wielding a stick. That's where I'm coming from.
The problem is, I don't agree with you with the other part, but everything else you said about backing up your argument, I can't disagree with. I mean, it is what he did use subterfuge to hurt somebody with a hockey stick. You can make the argument as playoffs, and you can also make the argument the only reason he got 6 teams is because he was Duncan Keith.
Yeah,
I got to be honest, I think he would have saw more if he was somebody else. They would have found a way to give him more because the NHL being so inconsistent. We're at the 15-minute mark. Kevin Souza, Massachusetts, the Portuguese hockey king. What's on your mind, bud?
Well, before I start anything, I just want to say that on Dave, if you really don't want Duncan Keith, send him over to Austin.
Take him.
He's not kidding.
You can have that declining headache. I love Duncan Keith.
Wow.
I rooted for him. Rooted for him like crazy. Tommy can back me up. I've loved Duncan Keith over the years, but seeing the type of player he is, have at him.
Yeah.
Have at him. Because guess what? He's a declining, smaller defenseman who's going to be dealing with more of these problems. I would be willing to bet that he will do this again within a year.
Damn. Well, it'll be interesting. That's an interesting call. Kevin Souza, update your Skype after this. What do you got for us today?
Well, I updated basically every day, but you were talking earlier about the teams running for the final 2 spots in the East for the playoffs.
Yes.
And how the 3 teams and only 2 can make it. And I want to ask, who do you think will make it? And before you answer, the best on paper is the Bruins and the Flyers because of their matchups. I believe the Bruins play Carolina today, then we head and play against Detroit, and then we play against Ottawa for our last game. And Detroit has to play against Philadelphia, us, and New York Rangers. So they probably have the toughest of them.
Yes,
Who do you
Philadelphia
think
does have
will
the toughest.
not make it?
But here's the thing I like about Philadelphia, buddy. They have not lost a game, I think, on Wednesday Night Rivalry in like 5 years, something like that.
6-0.
Or even like big TV games they get up for. So I'm kind of certainly the Boston and Detroit are much better teams on paper than Philadelphia. But this is me being biased. I think I wouldn't bet on them. I wouldn't put my house on it or anything. But I think you can take a lot of Philly's stats in the next 3 games and throw them out the window because these are essentially playoff games. And we have seen, unlike from Boston, unlike from Detroit, playoff level hockey in the last 2 weeks from them, especially with their victory over the Caps on a Wednesday night. Yeah. And they also play Detroit on Wednesday, which is maybe the biggest regular season game of the year.
I want Philly to win that game.
Yeah, well, no, you don't. You want Boston in there. You want them both to lose.
I know. I want Philly and Boston.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Who do I think?
Well, there's 4 spots left in 5 teams, so someone's.
Wait a minute. Somebody's
got to
go. Somebody's got to go. It's going to be Boston, Philly, or Detroit. One of the 3. So only one team could go. So you don't want Philly to win. You don't want Philly to win. You don't want Philly to win. They cannot catch up. They're not catching up with the Islanders more than likely. If the Islanders win, I think they clinch tonight.
Yeah, they win a game.
Yeah, they win a game. Their magic number's 1. So you don't want Philadelphia to win. Trust me.
I don't want.
How's your math? How's your math scores in school?
Well, they're pretty good.
Are they? All right.
Yeah, we just don't study sports analytics. We work more on graphs.
Analytics. All right, but here's the thing. I was like, okay, there's 1 spot. 3. Only 1 team can go. There's 3 teams. One of them's yours.
Well, no.
There's 2 spots.
There's 2 spots.
No, the
there's
Islanders
5 teams vying for 4 slots. There's only 4 teams have made the playoffs. Florida, Washington, Pittsburgh, and Rangers. There's only 5 teams that are left for the last 4 spots.
I see what he's saying. Yeah, but the odds of an Islanders collapse is pretty slim, I think. I think
Islanders and Tampa. So those 2 teams, those 2 spots are claimed. There's still 2 spots left for 3 teams: Detroit, Boston, and the Islanders. And Philadelphia. So 4 teams, 2 spots.
All right, fair enough. Essential. All right, Kevin. Thanks for the call, buddy.
Yeah.
Pace. In the Middle East. Kevin Sousa in in Massachusetts, whereas Dead on Dave likes to say Douchechusetts. That's your favorite thing. Douchechusetts. All right, let's see what else I got. So the Avalanche can be eliminated tonight. Who the hell did they play? Lanch. They played Nashville. Not exactly a prime team to play. Eliminated, more than likely, the Avalanche are done, which is a damn shame. Another waste.
Well, they got absolutely destroyed the other night. And now there's dissension between players and coach. It's not a good situation.
I don't see the Tom Hanks look-alike coach in Minnesota dropping the ball here. And it is, I forget that guy's name, the new guy. Took over around January when they got rid of Mike Yeo. Good job hanging in there, working that team in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He looks like Tom Hanks.
He does look a little bit like Tom Hanks.
Does look like Tom Hanks. And I don't see them doing it. But, I mean, if the Avalanche want any chance, you got to. It's everything. Every game's Game 7, and for me, from mental, that makes it easier. Yeah.
Well, they're 5 points down. They have to win out, and they need Minnesota to not gain another point.
So, bingo.
This is pretty much wrapped.
718-395-7660. 718-395-7660. You like to talk to, come in my crease and talk to Dead on Dave or me and anything else. You got anything?
Yeah, since we're on Colorado, I kind of want to talk about the bigger story. I mean, they're going to miss the playoffs here. And now there is a big situation brewing between the coach, Patrick Roy, and one of their budding stars, 25-year-old Matt Duchene.
Yeah.
And
you think that's a problem, or you think
I think it's a big problem because how do you justify keeping Roy around if you miss the playoffs? And this year, I mean,
because
I don't know. I mean, especially if there's a tension between players and coach, a change kind of has to be made here.
No, he's not going because he's God. He's more valuable than Matt Duchene because he's God. You got to remember, he's every bit the star in Colorado
Yeah, that's true. No, you're right about that.
He's got 2 Stanley Cups. And should that mean anything as a coach? Probably not. He ain't going anywhere. Second of all, he was right. There's no way you should be celebrating against St. Louis Blues when you're down 4-0.
He's 100% right.
He's 100% correct. Now, we don't know if Duchesne said, Coach, I fucked up, ain't going to happen again. I'm ashamed. Yeah, I don't think we got a problem. I don't think we got a problem. Unless he just said that to the media.
He actually said all the right things.
Okay. So
he said all the right things. He said it was unforgivable. It was Bush League. It shouldn't have happened.
Okay.
Look, the fact of the matter is, though, in an already tumultuous season, calling out a young player like that could be some management thing. But you know what? That is another team, though. That would be a different team. Patrick Waugh can kind of do what he wants.
Yeah, it's Patrick Waugh. Never forget, he is Frenchie Ben's brother, Marc Messier, and Patrick Roy. It was the funniest thing ever. Did you see his acceptance speech?
I did.
I watched that like 20 times today. I laughed so hard. I would like to thank my brothers, Marc Messier and Patrick Roy.
That was great. My only problem is he didn't mention me enough. He didn't mention What was wrong with that?
He put you on the good players list. He put you on the good.
It was a hell of a year, man. I didn't lose from week 11 on.
No, you didn't. Both you guys did not have great starts, and did not have super drafts. You went out.
I liked my draft. My draft was solid. I felt it just.
You didn't like your position. You didn't like your position, and yeah, he got eliminated. And actually, I got to be honest with you, the Stamkos or the Sagan injury really cut the throat out of Makazar.
Yeah, but
is that different?
I beat him by like 30 or 40 points. I don't think it would have mattered
if he had a hat trick.
Well, if he had a hat trick and a lot more going on for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
I mean, if I would have beat Matt by like 5 or 6 points, okay, but I didn't. I beat him by a lot more than that.
Okay, I wonder.
I beat him a couple weeks previous with Sagan. So the Matt Kazar debate, in my eyes, is fucking dead.
You won your you've had a forget that you've had a tremendous fantasy season, like in other sports, correct?
2 seasons, man. I fucking won the goddamn hockey league last year.
And what did you do this year after that in other leagues and like other? You won
third in football, second in baseball last year.
Whew. Second in hockey this year. So you're going up against Dead on Dave is a master of these games. You're going up against a damn pro. What do you think? Let's talk about Makazar and Pure Pustinen. How do you think they blew it? What mistakes did they make?
Matt got unlucky. Matt got
unlucky. What did Pure do wrong?
If I had to critique Pure, he didn't make he stuck to the same strategy the entire year and didn't make moves later on that I felt it cost him.
Like a Finnish robot. Like a clone, like in Star Wars.
It worked and he stuck with it, but when he started having some problems and he started struggling, he didn't make adjustments.
Shot fired.
He did a great job, but
I'm just kidding.
I beat him.
What's his name? I think he's in the chat right now. Misfit Boy. I think it was him. I don't want to start shit. I think he was the one. Get over the wakey backy thing. He called fucking. He told
Huffman.
He called Huffman a bitch. I think it's the Misfit guy. Too funny. Yes, I'm wearing my Iraq jersey. Guess where I got it? This is from the 2007 Asian Games or whatever the fuck it was called.
The Asian. That's right.
They have a World Cup, like the Euro thing, and they have an Asia, and somehow Iraq's in there because you probably can't have soccer matches in the Middle East. And they won it right before we went in 2007. They won like their version of the intersectional World Cup. You know how we have the UEFA Cup? Actually, this summer. UEFA Cup's this summer. So all of Europe gets the Europe does their thing. So that's what they have over there. And the year we went, they won. The funny thing is, the back of the jersey says, because I thought it was like, cool, I got an Iraq jersey. And these do look like the ones they won it with. And I got this guy, it says Ali Hussein in the back, And when I asked the jersey, he's like, which one do you want? And I said, I want the best player on the team. And he goes, this guy's really good, right? So I was like, cool. So I got this. I used to wear this when I was on the computer. And chill. I take my because you had to have your uniform on all the time, and then this is my chill shirt. And if I had to run downstairs, I could take it off real quick. So I was on the internet and I found out Ali Hussein. It's bullshit. They just put any old fucking name. Like they just put any old Ali Hussein on there.
You got swindled by a Middle East peddler.
Yeah, well,
that's fantastic.
There's a lot of shady motherfuckers in Spiker, man.
Oh my God, yes.
But I do love the jersey. Oh, this is another thing. I'm not even bullshitting you. I think I almost got robbed like 2 hours ago. I was downstairs.
Like, literally in your
I
house?
went down. I don't live in a great neighborhood. And it crossed my mind. I don't know. Maybe this is me being reading into it, but I grew up in an area where you could get robbed. I've been robbed before. And this dude walked up to me. He's older than me. He's maybe pushing 50, but he was a hard guy. You could tell, he's a street dude. And he walked up to me, got in my space. And I know Europeans don't have the same sort of space Americans do. No. But I turned around.
You definitely don't want a hard European
he had the look
in your face.
I had to, and I think because he came, I'm a Middle Eastern guy, shorter than me. He looked at my chest, gave me a nod, and walked away. I think he was thinking of robbing me. And I think he made it to, he's an Arab. Because I had a hat on. Maybe. I thought maybe he let me off because I was an Arab. I don't know. Could be wrong.
Maybe, or maybe the nod was actually he was just checking you out and he saw your package and was just giving you a little bit of a nudge and going, hey.
No. He was just like, he even said something. He said, hello. I mean, it was almost like he changed his mind. Or there was another guy with a fucking briefcase walking down the street. He seemed to follow him. So maybe, I don't know. But he did, maybe he was looking
I'm not going to go after the guy in a fucking do-rag. I'll go after the guy in a
I don't know if he's going to. You know what? He looked like he was going to fucking do something. So now that I'm thinking of it, he followed the guy with the fucking briefcase, right? That guy was shady too. But maybe he was going to do some shit, and I read that in his face, but he wasn't looking at me, now that I'm thinking of it. But I thought he looked at my chest, because he comes up to my chest. But the dude, honestly, I think he could have kicked my ass. I don't say that very often. I think he could.
No, you don't say that lightly.
No, I don't. I think because I wasn't I know the power of a sucker punch.
Yes.
And I just was smoking and daydreaming and thinking about all the blowjobs I've been missing. And that's the perfect time to punch somebody.
Yes, definitely lamenting blowjob missing. Yeah,
but he gave me a sort of nod, like, okay, you're cool. I'm like, I am. Fucking waiting. Thanks. Like a lot, like the younger Turkish. See, the young Turkish guys, they're a bunch of punk bitches. The older Turkish guys, I'm a little more afraid of.
They're hard, yeah.
Yeah, they're harder dudes. They probably seen worn shit and some fucked up shit back home that I didn't ever see. So,
I always love hearing stories about you messing around with hard dudes. So
yeah, me. I don't know. That guy would have. His fists were like. They were like, if you gave me 2 more knuckles, that's how big they were.
You put quite an evaluation on this guy.
I do. I'm always looking at people.
How many scars did he have?
I had a scar on his left cheek, dude.
I knew you'd be able to answer that.
Scar on his left cheek.
Oh my God, Tommy C, the walking forensic.
And not only that, I think it was like a cigarette burn scar. I don't think it was it was something with cigarette or a burn, not actually a knife or a fall down thing.
The circular pattern indicated that it was probably a cigarette burn by a higher mob boss in the Turkish mob.
Hey, jerk off. That's trying to prank call me desperately and probably won't be half funny. You have to add me to contacts, idiot.
Yes, there
first. You go. All right, or call the fucking phone.
Call the fucking number, you
dummy. You're not even gonna be funny. We're bringing in anything. Misfit Boy Z Hockey says it was me. Okay.
Yes.
Let's see. I think we'll just do headlines. Get out of here.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Do headlines. Get out of here. Get your thoughts and your prayers and all that good shit. John Scott. He says that he's only going to play 1 game in Montreal. Of course, the Canadians have called him up, and he's quoted as saying, "Unless I score a hat trick." He scored 2 goals. They might keep you. Why not? Why not? I thought they were keeping him up just to bring some butts in the seats. But as Jermaine Dion reminded me, the Montreal sold out like the New York Giants are for like decades in advance. So that's not really a big deal. I didn't do this. This one I kind of wanted to do, and I put it on the wrong list. Saran, you motherfucker! You call me when I hit the goddamn music. You call me when I hit the music again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's brash about it.
And he brash about it. Wait, what's your problem?
You're lucky this isn't Dead on Dave Live, or you'd be over the top rope right now.
Okay, say something quick. I want to go home.
The Capitals might beat the Islanders, and the Islanders might get out and die.
Go update your Skype. Go update your Skype. Go update. I don't even know what he said. Go update your Skype. Go update.
You know, it's kind of funny. I think it's actually me.
Yeah. No, it isn't, because you don't have the thing on there. He did.
I'm not updated, though.
It doesn't say you're not updated.
I know. I checked, though, and I'm not updated.
No, maybe I'm not updated then.
Maybe you're not updated.
Dude,
Nobody's updated.
I love Official Duck Studios. Tommy NC should stop. Well, that's a hell of an argument.
Well, there you go.
Then go love him.
Fair of one as any.
Then go love him. What was that scene in that one Jackass movie? I was Lon Chaney's lover. And the guy at the store goes, then go love him.
Then go love
Go
him.
love her.
What would you expect from a name of Pew Pew?
Well, God, there's the biggest YouTuber on I swear to God, I saw PewDiePie interviewed, and they said, where did you get your name? Because I was in a clan, and my name was Pew Pew, and I love pie. I'm like, guy's got more subs than anybody.
That's the explanation?
I'm doing things wrong.
Apparently.
I'm doing things wrong. Pew Pew. Tommy NC 22010 should stop. Well, go tell him to stop.
Right?
You're not hip to shit, Dave, Saron said.
Well, coming from you, that wounds me, sir.
I don't know what the fuck you're
here.
talking about either. Leave Pew Pew. Nah,
I'm hip to all of it. I'm hip to your game. I'm hip to all of it.
Yes. All right, I did John Scott. Rookies, let's check this out. Derogatory term Leafs rookie Nylander deactivates his Twitter account. All right, because his name was at Schnizbone. Speaking of not being with it, Schnizbone. He's been advised by the team that he may have more than one meeting. You could change your at thing. I changed mine.
Very easily.
Yeah. The team became aware that some were offended.
Apparently they're not Bone Thugs and Harmony fan.
Yeah, some were offended. I can't even blame Puck Daddy on this report. This is somebody else in Yahoo. Not the Puck Daddy team. That some were offended. His handle notified him, and he subsequently deactivated because he wasn't smart enough to change it to Schniz Boner. Then that would have been okay. Schniz Boner refers to when a person holds screws over you in a deal.
Really?
I didn't know that.
Never heard that term. And you and I have heard a lot of fucked up terms in the Army. Never heard that one.
I'm going to be really racist right now. Hey, real talk. You want to help us out with this?
we need to use our phone a black friend.
All right, let's see what this jackass wants. I'm going to take this call because this guy's been trying to get in, and he's probably going to make a jackass of himself. Play this. Let's see. Because he can't figure out. He's too stupid. He's obviously a Duck Studios fan because he's too fucking stupid to send me a contact request.
It's a good assessment.
Yeah, dumb. You're fucking dumb. Dumb. Maybe I will take this fucker on. I'm kind of itching to match, but I've only gotten threats. Never. Well, I can't even fucking add him, and he didn't even accept. Oh, fuck you.
Well, let me go and fuck with him.
No.
I'll take one for the team.
It'll be quick. Can I add him? Okay, here we go. Let's see what you're fucking. Let's put him on right now.
What's up, puss?
All right, what do you want? What do you want, puss? Oh, you suck. Why don't you just fucking talk, douchebag? Yeah, you suck.
So lame. So lame. Puss,
I mean, it'd be cool.
Job,
It'd be cool. Most of these kids have wireless connections. If you're gonna do it, you gotta hold it right up to the fucking phone. Don't talk. Don't move it around. But you're stupid. And listening to Duck Studios, it's not a surprise. Lowest common denominator. Your parents failed you. That's right. They failed you. You know that look that they have on their face when you walk in and you're on your computer and they're like the one that, wait, you think mom and dad don't want me here? Yeah, they don't. They can't wait till you leave, but they know damn well you're going to be there till you're 30.
Yeah.
Maybe longer. So enjoy the Official Duck Studios while he actually gets out of his fucking apartment and you enjoy him, you douchebag.
Getting the basement ready one home at a time.
Let me tell you something. Any of Duck Studios guys, which nobody's had the balls to call me, you have never met anybody like me. I will humiliate you in ways. If you defend something like what happened over there to my fucking friend, I will humiliate you in a way that you will never forget the rest of your life. You will hear those fucking words in my head, and I'm not fucking kidding, or blowing smoke up your ass.
No, Tommy has a way of dogging you in a way that just sticks with you for years.
Why? Is any rotten thing I've said stuck with you for years?
It's pretty impressive. Sometimes I just have things that just keep me up at night, and I'm his fucking friend. I officiated his fucking wedding.
I don't like hearing that from you. That makes me upset. But from some scumbag like, no, it does. It bothers me. It bothers me. Your mama should have swallowed. You got a phone call?
No, from you afterwards.
Okay. So Schnizbone didn't get it. Steve Stamkos underwent successful surgery. So get this. Vascular thoracic outlet syndrome. I guess that's a blood clot.
That sounds like a lot there.
1 to 3 months. He's out he's not coming back, is he?
Oh no, he's done.
It's fucking ridiculous. It's
I don't know. 3 months. That means we'll be in the second round of the playoffs. So maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I almost fell for that. Jonathan Bear scored a power play goal, 2 assists. New York Islanders, they take the Tampa Bay Lightning 5-2. Chris Kreider, he gets an assist and a funky monkey goal. He gets 20, and his 20th this season. Chris Kreider, one of the great rookies, keeping things consistent for the New York Rangers, hopefully for years to come. 4-2 victory over Columbus. Rocco Giromonti, capo of the Daytona crime family. No, he scored 2 straight goals. Not that one. He scored 2 straight goals for the Florida Panthers. Their 4-3 victory over the Leafs. St. Louis Pounds, Arizona 5-2, and they did it again. Vancouver Canucks come back from a 2-1 deficit and beat the Los Angeles Kings. A little strange. Keeps things a little... I think that actually... No, it doesn't. It doesn't really help fucking Colorado. And Ryan Miller, Super American Ryan Miller, had 40 saves. 40 saves, Dave.
That's pretty impressive.
He used to be Captain America.
Yes, he was.
Now, I'm not taking your fucking call. You're a big pussy. You can't even talk to me.
Puss.
You know what? Hey, Pew Pew, you're a puss, and you're not a man because you can't even talk to me. The only guys that let prank call me are funny. They're funny fucking guys. You can't even insult me right. I will fuck your world up. You have to try again tomorrow. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Carolina's in Boston taking the Bruins. New Jersey hosts the... I think he has a shot at, 20 goals this year. Jack Eichel. Jack Eichel. Mr. Line
greatest pass and line change in history.
Yes. Jack Eichel in New Jersey. New York, they have a tough one tonight. Probably, it'd be nice if they won it for themselves and a lot of other reasons. They're playing the Capitals. Capitals aren't looking that great anyway, so maybe they'll pull it off. 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, the Florida Panthers, they take on the Montreal Canadiens. New York hosts the Tampa Bay Lightning, a revision of the Eastern Conference Final, or a rematch of the whatever. Fuck this. Pittsburgh's in Ottawa. Avs are in Nashville. San Jose's in Minnesota. North Stars, that's right, I said North Stars. Chicago hosts Arizona. LA's in Calgary. And Winnipeg plays the Ducks to get their fucking ass kicked. Thank you very much, everybody. If you want to check out hockey, current events, bull busting, and even other sports talk, check out In the Crease, Shot from the Point Live, 3 p.m. Sunday. Do you hear that? Other sports talk? I don't know.
Sports talk.
I will entertain it as long as I can fucking follow along. So it better be a big story. I will entertain it. Sundays, hour and a half Eastern Standard Time. Ball busting, hockey, current events. Check out our badass podcast. Thank you very much for being here, Mr. Dave.
Glad to be back.
I'm very glad you're back. I got a little trick to play though. This is gonna be funny.
Uh-oh.
Oh, watch this. I'm gonna put pew 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 on. Dun, 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 dun. Is he gonna pick up, big dummy? Dun, 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 dun. God, these kids are dumb today, huh? They're stupider than we are.
They're pathetic.
And they're fucking so dumb. Get the fuck out of my grave, you bitch.